What if we vanished? What if, in one single heartbeat, we all disappeared? No explosion, no scream, just stillness. A quiet so sudden it feels like the world forgot how to breathe. Cars stall mid-turn, their headlights cutting across empty intersections. Jets vanish from radar, gliding silently into oceans. Billions of voices fall silent, replaced by the low hum of wind and distant thunder. Neon lights fade like dying stars. Street screens flicker with frozen smiles and breaking news that will never finish. A coffee mug tips from a desk, shattering across a floor that will never be cleaned, and the earth, long trapped under our weight, exhales, a soft, trembling breath of freedom. Curtains drift in open windows. A playground swing rocks gently, moved only by the ghost of motion. And through the silence, something ancient begins to stir. The first silence, hours turn to days. Power grids die. Cities once bright as constellations dissolve into shadow. Hospitals go dark. Satellites lose their orbit. Some fall, flaming through the night, shooting stars made of our machines. Rain begins to wash the world clean. Skyscraper glass runs with streaks of water and time. Dust settles over monuments of ambition. The forests at the city edges creep forward, cautious, curious, like explorers entering a forgotten kingdom. Wild dogs howl through the boulevards. Wolves move into suburbs. Crows fill the skies like living shadows, and beneath it all, the earth hums. A low, endless sound, like the planet remembering its heartbeat. The reclaiming. Weeks pass, then years. The skeleton of humanity begins to fall apart. Grass splits highways, roots lift sidewalks, tearing through steel and stone. The world that was ours begins to look wild again, beautiful but dangerous. Vines crawl up skyscrapers, draping glass towers in green shrouds. Bridges sway, hollow and empty, their cables singing with the wind. Billboards crumble, faces of models fade beneath moss, their smiles buried in silence. Zoos break open, elephants wander through shopping centers, lions sleep beneath glass ceilings of train stations, while vines hang down like curtains in cathedrals of ruin. Everywhere, nature spreads like a rising tide, and humanity becomes nothing more than an echo. Centuries later, centuries blur into one another. Civilization becomes archaeology. Towers collapse into their own shadows. Bridges are eaten by rivers. Statues fall, their faces smoothed by centuries of rain. The oceans rise, swallowing coastlines and cities. Coral blooms over the ruins of Manhattan. Fish glide through what was once Times Square. Forests spread across continents, merging into one living ocean of green. The Great Wall of China is no longer a border. It's a ridge of forest and stone. Deserts move like tides, burying whole empires beneath waves of dust. In the heart of what was once the earth's busiest cities, only the wind remembers our names. Thousands of years later, millennia pass, and evolution rewrites the world. Rivers change their paths, mountains crumble and rise anew. The air feels heavier, rich with life and the unknown. In the ruins of museums, roots crack through ancient skeletons. The marble floors are now forests of fungi. Light filters through broken domes, illuminating new species that crawl and shimmer in the damp. Wolves with longer limbs run through silent stadiums. Birds evolve to mimic the hum of our forgotten machines. And deep in flooded cities, glowing jellyfish pulse through hallways that once led to human homes. Lightning dances across the horizon, illuminating a planet both familiar and alien. The world is reborn, but it carries faint traces of the ones who came before. Us. Millions of years later, civilization is a myth buried under continents. The earth has changed beyond recognition. New mountains cut through the sky. Oceans claim what was once land. Volcanoes reshape continents with fire and ash. Creatures unlike anything we imagine roam the planet, scaled, feathered, luminescent. The forests glow at night, a bioluminescent ocean beneath alien constellations. Where Paris once stood, a forest of crystal trees shimmers under a strange magnetic sky. Where Tokyo once thrived, lava plains glow like rivers of light. The earth has moved on, but deep in its soil, fragments of us remain. Melted glass, fused metal, the shape of a bone that once built empires. We have become geology, memory pressed into stone. Billions of years later, the earth nears its final transformation. The sun grows enormous, burning white and cruel. Oceans hiss into vapor, skies turn red, the last forests turn to glass under waves of heat. Continents melt, merging into one molten sea. Mountains fold into the planet's glowing skin. The world trembles, a dying star's reflection. Yet even now there is beauty. Molten rivers flow like veins of gold. The last winds rise and whisper through nothingness, as if the earth itself is saying goodbye. When the sun finally devours it, the dust of our planet will scatter into the cosmos, a final offering to eternity. From that dust, new stars will form, new worlds will rise, and perhaps new eyes will look to their skies and wonder what came before. The echo of forever. The universe drifts in silence. Galaxies bloom, fade, and bloom again. Time stretches beyond thought, beyond meaning. Among that endless night, tiny fragments of earth, dust, memory, possibility float between stars like forgotten prayers. Maybe, somewhere, they'll find a home. Maybe, one day, life will start again. And it will all begin with the same question. What if we vanished? Because endings are never truly the end. They're just the beginning of something else. Something vast, unknown, and waiting.